Ընդհանրենք ասենք Ուկրաինան ամբողջովին գրավեց Ռուսաստան, դա եւս հաղթանակ չի.
Let us assume that Russia completely seizes Ukraine. This also won't be a victory. War is a much broader concept than hostilities. Hostilities are a part of war. The current sanctions are sanctions that have never been imposed on any country. There are currently more than 2,000 types of sanctions imposed against Russia. We don't know many details, but there are large documents. There are 4 times fewer sanctions against North Korea and Iran. So, this is the situation where Russia is regressing in all fields. Based on calculations, the economic losses of Russia are much more than the economic losses that Russia had during the default in 2008. Now it will be on the threshold of the same default in the next few days. Yes, in April. Besides the economic issue, there are very important psychological issues that will have a long-term influence on Russia. In particular, the myth about the powerful Russian weapons, which had been discussed since the Soviet era, was destroyed. There was never a serious objection to that. You know, I have always said that a country that can't manufacture a decent washing machine can't manufacture a decent missile. However, whereas a housewife can switch on washing machines and see which one is better, you can't check to see if a missile is good or not. Putin declares that Russia has the best missiles in the world. Who will check that and how? Nobody knows. You either believe or don't believe. The war showed that this is not the case, since this is also a matter of funding. The missiles that are used cost more than $1 million, and it is all consumed. The talks with China were also about the fact that Russia wants arms and ammunition from China. However, the United States unequivocally threatened China, telling the latter that there will be grave consequences for China. Therefore, China won't give arms and ammunition. To make a long story short, the future of Armenia is not with Russia, neither in terms of security nor in terms of economy. We have said that there will come a time when Russia will not only lack the desire to protect Armenia, but also will not be able to protect Armenia, even if it has the desire. You can check this by listening to and watching the hundreds of audio recordings and videos on YouTube. Now the time has come. Let us understand that those 3,000 people in Gyumri and another 3,000 people on the borders are nothing and can't restrain the Turkish army. There are people who ask what will happen if the Russians leave. Well, the Russians are here, but were they eventually able to restrain? No. This is why we say the following. Leaving is the Russians' problem. What we are saying is about bringing the West. Let us enhance legal political relations, lay the foundation, sign documents, and, if possible, let us obtain the status of non-NATO ally of the United States, which will provide the opportunity to have laws and resolutions passed by the Senate and receive assistance in literally minutes. Look, the United States is constantly providing assistance to Ukraine, an indescribable amount of assistance, and that lasted weeks. Yes, there are large amounts, but what I'm saying is the following. Even though the United States had interest, it took weeks. We must understand one thing. Armenia does not have the strategic depth to show resistance to Turkey and Azerbaijan for weeks during a war. Consequently, before all that happens, we need to make sure the voting is held in a matter of minutes and the weapons start being transferred on the basis of the results of the voting. This is the most important issue. What will be crucial for us Armenians will be not only the amount and quality of weapons, which is very important, but also the period in which it will be possible to transfer those weapons.
Բաժանորդագրվեք ազգային ժողովրդավարական բևեռի YouTube-յան ալիքին։